Good evening, brothers and sisters. Let's get back to what we started last night.
My parents, rest in peace to our brother Manuel Freeney, lost his life in a car accident last Saturday. His funeral is tomorrow. Condolences to the wife, the family, the friends, the community. He helped us paint this gym right here. He was one of 7 or 8 brothers and sisters who came together and helped us paint this gym. Rest in peace to brother Manny. Rest in peace.
Now, no one wants to see a father or husband be lost to a family, especially a black family. That's that needed. But how much have Umar dedicated of his own money to this funeral? I guarantee you, zero. He's about words, not about actions. Umar Johnson just said the same man Manning that helped him build his scam, but he felt nothing to give in return. He felt nothing about this man to give in to return, to help his family out, to support them. Nothing at all. It was just a shout out. A shout out doesn't pay bills, doesn't pay the mortgage, the electric, doesn't help your kids eat, put food on the table, doesn't do anything. But he's always talking about doing for black families, but he does nothing.
Shout out to Keita, to the children. God be with y'all. Spirit is with Brother Manny as he transitions to the ancestors, brothers and sisters. But I hope y'all got your calendars marked. Mark that calendar, second annual FDMG Festival.
You see, instead of doing a whole video on someone who helped him so much, it was just 5 seconds, and he was on to the next to get y'all the Cash App and give money. This is who Umar Jim Jones Johnson is. He doesn't see y'all as human beings. He sees y'all as a mark for money. Nothing more. When Umar Johnson opened his eyes and when he looks at people, them people are nothing but a dollar sign to Umar Jim Jones Johnson. Nothing more. But people still will not accept. But you're going to learn today.
Mark that calendar, second annual FDMG Festival, Saturday, September 10th. We're not playing with y'all. Saturday, September the 10th. I'm trying to get this gym done right now. I'm trying to get the HVAC done right now, brothers and sisters, so we can have that conscious singles convention right here. That conscious singles convention.
Now, he said back in October that the HVAC, without question, will be done and installed in November. Before that, it was September. Before that, it was August. I mean, if you don't get the picture, then that's on you. But it's always about what I say today is irrelevant tomorrow, because I'm going to give you a new day, a new episode of what's going down for the same thing that I told you what happened many years ago. We're going on 4 years now, which is HVAC. And every single time this brother comes online, it's the next month and the next month. If you ever heard of a 419 scammer, Nigerian scammer, this is what they do. When a date comes to fruition, knowing that they're not going to do anything that they said, they give you a reason that it's going to be the next time, or the next time, the next week, or the next month. Umar Johnson is no different from a 419 scammer. It's all the same game.
Mention right here. Second course of Pan-African Nationalism. We're going to teach the class right here, brothers and sisters. Inter-organizational roundtable. We're going to do it right here. Hit the Cash App. Dollar.
Hit the Cash App, because he can't do anything else. It's not going to be a roundtable, because Umar Johnson is not going to release power to anybody. First of all, he's not going to do anything. He's never going to open a school. And even if he ever thought truly that he will not relinquish power to anyone. He will be an autocrat, nothing more. No one else will have a say. This is why Umar Johnson knows that he's going down. He doesn't have much time left. With all the taxes that's due on two of the four buildings that he knows he's can't. It's not that he can't pay with all the donations. It's that he won't pay because he's going to use that for his own purposes. So these taxes are not going to be paid. So Umar Johnson is going to milk the last bit of everything. And at the end of the day, he will say that because y'all didn't donate enough, the white man took these buildings from me. They took the dream from me. And now we're on to the next that y'all got to donate even more so y'all don't let this happen again. This guy is a true scammer. And like I said, man, no matter how intelligent people you think people are, there's always going to be people of the higher and lower educational backgrounds that will fall victim to con artists. And that's what he is, a con artist. But it's sad that we're the people who fall for this. You don't see white people glamoring after him because they know. You don't see Asians or Indians. They know. Even not to say that they want to see us succeed, but you don't see any of the successful people glamoring after him, at least by word of mouth, saying, hey, this brother really got something going on and he's really doing the right things in life to try to make an imprint into the black community. 'Cause they know he's a fraud.
Sign FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School.
Hit
Hit
the
the
Cash
Cash
App.
App, $ FDMG School.
Hit the PayPal.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy.
Hit the PayPal.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit
Hit
the
the
PayPal,
PayPal.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Mail them checks and donations in, brothers and sisters. Mail them checks and donations in. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. We're trying to get this HVAC rocking.
The reason why I do the P.O. Box in Delaware is because he doesn't have any home in Philly that he could go to and call his own. So, with this building that he's living in, he's going to use a P.O. Box closer to there, which is $35 for 3 or 6 months, whatever it is. Because I have mine. I think it's like $30, $35 for 3 months, or $64 for 6 months, which is nothing. So he's going to use that because he don't want you going through the right avenues. Write him a check and see what happens. He want that Cash App, want that PayPal. Cause them checks, the IRS can track that, but he don't want that. Umar Johnson is just nothing but a fraud.
We're trying to get this HVAC rocking, brothers and sisters. We're trying to get the HVAC rocking. It's Pan-Africanism, all for one and one for all. It's Pan-Africanism. We rise together or not at all, brothers and sisters.
One for one and all for one for all. Ask him how much money he's donated to his friend Manny, who did a lot of work to get his scam to where it is today. Ask him how much money he's putting of his own money to the funeral and to helping his children out to make sure they don't struggle and they can eat for a while. Because it's all for one and one for all. Remember that, right?
We rise together or not at all, brothers and sisters. It's your brother. I'm working hard.
It's not
Trying to
working
give
at
our
all.
boys an opportunity we didn't have. That's what we're doing. It's about laying the foundation for the next generation, brothers and sisters. It's about laying the foundation for the next generation, brothers and sisters.
Umar Johnson don't believe in Jim Jones Johnson don't believe in anything for the future. He believes in what you can do for him now. That's why he says that if you have not donated, don't come. Because any real man was really about what Umar claims, that he will be ready and willing to invite those who do not know or have not donated so they can see that the work that's being done so he can inspire them to donate. But only a cult leader does this. It says that unless you cannot come. This is done in all cults to make you feel a part of something that's bigger in the inside, and the outsiders are the enemies. Umar Johnson is just a cult leader. He's no different than Jim Jones. That's why he will always have the older black women who don't have any husbands follow him. 'Cause these women can easily be taken. 'Cause they have no leadership. You cannot, Jim Jones Johnson cannot get people who have husbands who are grounded in their ways and are leaders of their home because they would not allow this. Questions have to be answered, actions have to be shown. But with uncovered women, you don't have to go through that. You don't have to go through that barrier. You can just go through their feeble minds and take advantage of them on a daily basis. They've been taken advantage of their whole life for the most part, since their teenage years. And that's why they're not married now, because they dealt with so much trauma in their life from men. And all they need to hear is someone who sounds like a father figure to them, for them to fall for it. Men, on the other hand, men think logical. They don't think with their hearts. I'm not talking about today's men. I'm talking about the men of his age. The majority of them think with their minds and their logic. When women of the same age think with their feelings and their hearts.
Lay the foundation, brothers and sisters. Lay the foundation. Black History Month speaking tour coming. Black History Month speaking tour coming. Joe Biden been in office for a whole year now. Has delivered nothing to black people but a Juneteenth holiday. President Joe Biden been in office a whole year now. Has delivered nothing to black people but a Juneteenth holiday.
And yet, Umar Johnson, who is the so-called #1 black scholar who is a builder, has done nothing for black people as well, but take their money. Joe Biden is a disgrace. Give you that. But it's Umar Jim Jones Johnson who's taken money out of the homes of single black mothers when they should be feeding their families, feeding their sons and daughters, and paying their bills. But I guarantee you, many of them are not even able to do that because they believe in his lies so much. Just like with the pastors, they're willing to give their last to this man. Enough will never be enough for this man. You could give this man $1 million overnight. It will still never be enough to him. Because that's the spirit that he has, a spirit of greed, a spirit of satanic value. Nothing godly comes out of this man. Everybody who scams in the comment, they will say a lot of things that will sound true or may be true. They will give you enough truth to make you believe, but enough lies to destroy your home, and send you to the pits of hell. That's what Umar Johnson, Jim Jones Johnson is. He have the talking points of the same that of a lot of other people have, but it results in nothing. Umar Jim Jones Johnson has no results. He never will. This is the person he is. At almost 50 years old, it's not going to change. The only thing that would change is his address when he's kicked out of that building. He's living on the streets permanently. He will blame y'all. But he will be living on the streets in the next 4 to 5 years. Hear my words.
Democratic President Joe Biden has been in office for a whole year now and has not delivered anything to African people. That's why right here in the Jean-Jacques Dessalines Prophet Nat Turner Gymnasium, that's why right here in the Jean-Jacques Dessalines Prophet Nat Turner Gymnasium, that's why right here in the Jean-Jacques Dessalines Prophet Nat Turner Gymnasium, we will be hosting the Black Revolutionary Political Convention. The Black Revolutionary Political Convention right here in the Jean-Jacques Dessalines Prophet Nat Turner Gymnasium.
Nothing that he says is true. Nothing that he says will happen. The only thing that will happen is a festival where you can't go into the building. He will have it outside in the summertime. That's the only time that he can have it. He will do any and everything to keep this scam going on and take whatever money he could get from you guys. Umar Johnson will never have y'all in that building because he know he will be sued and liable. Even if nothing do happen, he will be sued by the state because he has not done anything professionally. There's nothing professional about this guy. That's why you have a guy calling himself the number one black scholar, calling himself Big Papa, referring to Biggie Smalls, a rapper, or Rose, referring to Rick Ross, a rapper. There's nothing professional about this brother. It's sad to say. Umar Johnson has nothing left to give. Whatever he had to give was many years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. After about 7 or 8 years ago, he was done. He had nothing to offer. His words carried him as far as it should have carried him. And from then on, you should have seen that this man is nothing about empty words after that. He will never build anything for black people. He will only continue to scam them for their money, and they deserve to be scammed. Just like the ones in the church deserve to get taken advantage of, they also do too. Because if you refuse to see the light or see truth or see factual evidence, then you deserve everything that comes to you. And that's why you will never be blessed with anything. That's why you will still be single mothers struggling out there with no husband, no anything, because no real man will touch someone like that. No real man would touch a woman who follows such a man. You curse your own self. So there's no hope for you. So yes, you will die alone. There's no hope for you. That's just what it is.
I hope you're making your donations.
Again with the
I hope
donation.
you're not out there hating, because you will not be allowed in here. We will also be hosting Woke Weekend, brothers and sisters. As soon as the gym is done, we're going to be hosting the Woke Weekend. What is the Woke Weekend? The Woke Weekend will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here in the Nat Turner Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. It's going to be a whole weekend, brothers and sisters. We calling it the Woke Weekend. Friday night social, Saturday morning breakfast.
He's not going to have anything. May I reiterate that there's 4 buildings. 3 of the buildings were supposed to be for teaching, but he's focusing on the gym, just the gym. But he's not focused on any of the buildings that were supposed to be there for teaching. But now he's focused solely on a gym so that he could get as much money before the IRS and the repossession of all 4 buildings take place. But y'all don't want to hear me. So I'm going to let y'all wait for another 4 or 5 years and see for yourselves.
Spoken word, community discussion, some fun and games, build some unity and solidarity, brothers and sisters. The Woke Weekend, yes, brothers and sisters. We could fit 500 people in this gym. We could fit 500 Africans in this gym. That's right. This is going to be
500 people in the gym. What y'all going to be shoulder to shoulder, neck to neck? Just, what? Because I don't get it. 500 people to do what? You can't build anything. You haven't done anything. What are these 500 people going to do? Turn into a club, put some ball lights up, turn the lights off, have a DJ, get some slow jams on. I mean, that's just about it. It's no different than a house party, but just in a colder building. So all this guy's providing or telling y'all is that he's going to have a house party in a cold ass building, but maybe he's saying that he's going to take his time to get it done in the summertime, knowing that he can't pay for an HVAC, who he's not willing to, where it's going to be AC in there. So whether it's hot and then y'all can get your jam on then. He will install a fake HVAC and try to get it approved by the state, which won't fly. But during the pending term is probably when he's going to try to have this so-called event inside of the gym. He's focusing on the gym when he says that black boys need education, but he's focusing on the gym. And y'all don't even get that. That sounds stupid to me.
The Pan African Clubhouse right here. This is going to be the Pan African Clubhouse right here, presided over by none other than Revolutionary Rose, your big brother Ifa Tunde, Revolutionary Rose, brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got to get the work done, brothers and sisters. It's about the work. It's about the work, brothers and sisters. Get ready for the woke weekend. We're going to have one a month. One a month, supporters only. If you ain't donate, you're not coming. If you ain't donate, sisters, if you're not natural, you're not coming in. Straight up. Even though it's for all woke people, Pan-African principles will definitely be upheld. Even though any conscious person can come to the woke weekend, as long as they're not an Ifa Tunde hater, Pan-African principles must still be upheld. Pan-African principles must still be upheld, brothers and sisters. So sisters, if you're not natural, you can't come to the woke weekend. Brothers, if you snow bunnying, you can't come to the woke weekend either. If you snow bunnying, you can't come to the woke weekend either. It's your brother Revolutionary Rose.
You know what? When I went to the so-called block party back in the summer, I pointed out to my wife, I said, oh, look, there's white people who was in the crowd. And I wish we would have caught that. They were walking on the right side of the stage. You had white people there. You had a lot of women with weaves and wigs. There was nothing said about them. See, Umar Johnson say things, but he don't live up to them. He don't hold any weight over anybody. I think 90% of people see him as a clown, and the other 10% who believes him, they are in some dystopian mindset that no matter what happens, no matter what he does, they're just going to believe. It's like you could tell a person 2 is 4, and they will believe it's 5. And even though you showed them graphics, you showed them that no, 2 plus 2 is actually 4. They would say no, that is 5. You'll say, why do you believe that it's 5? Because that's what my leader tells me. Instead of going by the factual evidence over all society of human beings, they will run and say, that's what my leader tells me, so that's what I'm going to believe. And that's why women are more followers than men, because they believe with their feelings. They don't believe with factual or logical evidence. This has always been it. This is why no woman should be in leadership over men. Regardless if you agree with it or not, it's reality. And that's why God didn't set it up that way, because he knew what would happen. And that's why society is where it is now. But this guy, staying on the subject, this guy is just so much of a liar. He's disgraceful.
This your brother Revolutionary Rose, FDMG. We getting the work done. It don't stop. RIP to our brother Manny, who helped us get this gym ready, brothers and sisters. Brother Manny was here. Yes. He put in good work for us, to help us get this gym ready, brothers and sisters. Our heart go out to brother Manny and family. A very, 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 it was a significant loss, a major loss, a heartfelt loss, a painful loss. Definitely a real brother. One of the few black men I see work with children on a regular basis. One of the few black men I've seen work with children on a regular basis. Rest in peace to our brother, Manny Franey. Brothers and sisters, we working. FDMG Academy block party September 10th. No haters. No haters. That book of Negroes is filling up. That book of Negroes is filling up.
Understand once more. Anybody who has a disagreement with Umar Jim Jones, as a hater, even though that anybody who's a builder need constructive criticism in order to make them better. That's necessary. But he's not a builder, so he doesn't understand that. He will never understand that because he's not able to build anything. He's not equipped or qualified to build anything. You think you want a principal of a school who running a school for all black boys, always talking about women's cookies and how he want to sexualize the mothers, but yet he talk about that the best thing to do for black people is build black families. But yet this one is not showing an example of how to build a black family. How can someone say that they're for black people, but they can't be an example for them? How can someone say that the best thing that a black woman can do is build and give birth to a black family, but yet he can't hold together a family because he's never tried to. He's never attempted to because he knows he's unqualified. That's why he just have baby mamas. A man who just have nothing but baby mamas is going to tell you how to build black families. A man who's just going around sleeping and talking on live how he want to have sex with every woman who's giving him comments on live is going to show you how to build a black family. Man, talk about the blind leading the blind into the pits of hell. This is just what it is. It's nothing but the blind leading the blind. And you can stay blind. It's a cost. Everything comes with a cost in life. The way people act, there's a spirit involved. And every action, every way they think, everything that they do. There's a cost to everything every person does in life. There's a judgment for those who act like this. There's a judgment. That's why I don't sit here and get so upset because I know that at the end of the day, when this man is at his end of days, just like many other people, and I will also, but I understand where I will go because I know my faith and I know what I live by and I know my integrity. But people like this, their judgment is a harsh one. You think the oppressor and other people are going to have a harsh judgment? It's not going to be any different from people like him. Same judgment will apply.
That book of Negroes is filling up. This is what I'm going to do right now. Check the phone. Revolutionary Rose. Last week, and it's called his project, man.
Wait, let's get back to this.
Say that again. All right. Whatever you choose, it don't matter. All right. Brother Mario. Yes, sir. So when you trying to do the Raleigh? Man, well, listen. That's the run too now. You know when you came down, when you came down. Me and my talk to me.
Listen.
This is what I want y'all to do. If you got a question for me,
I want you to hear this. And I want you to hear when a serious question came up, how he just cut it off and went to someone else. Because he know he couldn't answer.
My buddy Mario Hicks, Sanford, Florida, R.I.P. Trayvon Martin. Let me hit Mario up one time. He running for office. He running for office in Sanford. We got to make sure we put revolution.
Man, mind you, all you need is 1,000 signatures to claim that you're running for office. But when you're a man who can't even speak the English language, you're not going to be taken serious. But let's continue.
Mary's in office, brothers and sisters. What's up, bro? Brother Mario, what up, King? You running for office? What you running for? City council, state rep, mayor? What we doing? City council, man. Okay, when is the election day? August 28th. Okay, so we got some time. Yeah, we got some time. So listen, man. I'm through. You know I ran last time. Niggas was hating on me. You know what I mean?
So he's running for city council. Like, yo, I mean, man, yo, you know, they niggas is hating on me. Niggas hating on me, no. You know, I'm running for city council. You know, I'm running for council. So one day I'm gonna be a president, and I'm running council, and niggas hating on me, man.
You on my Facebook Live too, Mario? Yeah, they can hear your voice. So listen, bro. You know, I'm on the executive committee of the NAACP now. I'm a part of United Negro College Fund. Yes, sir. You know, I'm a 14-year business owner. Yes, sir. And I actually own a restaurant too now. You know, when you came down. Yes, sir. Me and my sister own that together. Now I'm 100% on.
First is I own a restaurant. Me and my sister. That's not 100% owning anything. And owning a restaurant at a corner shop is not a lot to give a lot of black people, because you're still buying all your products from people who are not black. Everything that you put in there is not from black people. So you're not doing black people any favors. You're not giving any jobs, because you're just running a small restaurant. You have to build industries, black people, industries. If it's not industries, you're not building anything that's going to help black people. It's just not. That's just the reality of things.
I mean, a non-profit last week, and it's called the Hicks Project, man. I love my community. I want to continue to work in my community, and we need better representation, man. So, you know, I'm calling you to see if you can help me get that. Zion, hit me up, Zion. I need a plumber. Zion, text my phone.
There we go. My man, who he said was just running from city council, like, man, nigga hating on me. Nigga hating on me. So he like, yo, I'm just trying to see if you can help me out, brother. Soon as he said that, Umar was like, Zion, oh plumber, hit me up. He's like, man, you know that I'm not about helping black people. Umar Johnson basically saying that, look, I'm Jim Jones. You don't know me? I'm not helping black people. The minute this brother asks, I'm just trying to ask if you could help me out. He didn't even say the out part. He didn't even get past that. He said, I'm just trying to see if you can help. Oh, Zion. Oh, plumber. Oh, this shows that this brother is so arrogant and hate black people. The very person y'all believe love black people, this brother hates black people. Oh, this guy's a clown.
15-989-9858. I need that plumber. My bad, Mario. That was a brother asking about the plumbing. Hold on 1 second. Where you at?
I'm about to go.
Say that again. All right. Whatever you choose, it don't matter.
Oh.
All right.
He ain't talking nothing to nobody.
Brother Mario. Yes, sir. So when you trying to do the Raleigh? Man, well, listen, man. First, what I want to do, man, you know, if you can just give me like a small clip, 20-second, 30-second clip, video endorsement that you can send me, and then I want.
What I want to do, man, I want to do a little clip of me, so I can remember Diddy Canto. And I remember Diddy Canto, and you do a little clip of me, man, and we gonna be in there, man. You know, these niggas hating.
Fly you down, man. I want to fly you down. You know what I'm saying? All expense on me. I'm gonna pay you, man, and we do a little something at the restaurant, man. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Keep me posted, man. I'm with that. We got to get you in there, brother. We got to get you in there.
And he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yes, sir. You know, and I'm on the line with Benjamin Crump right now too, man. Okay.
I'm on the line with Ben McCrump. Ben McCrump just like me. You know, I'm on my line with Ben McCrump. So if I'm on the line with Ben McCrump, you know that I'm about him, man. I'm about him, man, because I ain't gonna be no ambulance thing just like him. I'm about him, so we gonna be about him because I'm on the line with Ben McCrump and Ben McCrump and me, man. We not gonna be thinking ambulance, but we gonna be thinking something. We gonna be thinking something.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, keep me posted, brother Mario. I'm right here. Okay. Well, look, man, you'll send me that 30-second clip. Yes, sir. Give me to the week though, because I'm about to be I'm tied up for the weekend. Give me till Monday. Send me a reminder Monday. Okay, bet. And I'm gonna send you something else I just released too. Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's fine, because I ain't filed yet. I'll file next week.
Umar at this time, like, yo, get off the phone, because I ain't doing nothing for you. Get off the phone, because I ain't going to do nothing for you.
I'm still on live.
All I need you to do is hit that Cash App and that PayPal. Right. That's it.
All right, Mario. We wrap. Facebook. Instagram won't let me go live right now. I don't know what's going on.
You probably know who you are.
Yes, sir. Hey, go give me a sign. Tell him you hollering at your boy Mario and Bo Keith, Tampa, Florida, baby, represent. Oh, you in Tampa? You not in Sanford no more? No, I'm in Tampa.
No, I ain't that man. I'm with Luigi. I know you knew I was with Luigi, and we try to break into the castle and get the princess, and get King Koopa out there. We trying to get King Koopa out of the office so that we could be in there.
Okay, you said Sanford. Okay, I thought you said Tampa. Yeah, this is my man Mario. All my Sanford, Florida Africans, y'all better vote him in. Mario Hicks, August the 28th. Yes, sir. City Council, Sanford, Florida, August the 28th. Vote Mario Hicks. Revolutionary renegades running for office. We got to swipe out all the bourgeoisie, all the cool Illuminati, get rid of the Congressional Black Caucus, throw the old guard out, and come in with new revolutionary energy.
So we're going to come in with new revolutionary energy, because what we're going to do, we're going to take the people black money, and we're going to take their black money, and we're going to use it for our own self. We're going to say that we're going to run a school. We're going to run a school, but we're going to take that for ourselves and go on vacations and do a lot of other things. You know Umar Thompson? Then don't. You hear me? And that's just what Umar doing. He's talking about the old guard, but he's worse than the old guard. Because the old guard, as trashy as they are, they ain't out here taking money from black single mothers and making them believe in something that he knows is not going to happen. Something that is about to crumble. So he's doing his last hurrah to take every little bit that he can. That's why it's not going to be any electricity, water running. There's not going to be HVAC system installed. There's not going to be none of that. He's just taking. He like P. Diddy. Take that. And that's all he say to himself when he sees people, these black single mothers. Take that. From the money to their cookies, as he said. Umar Johnson is a disgrace to all black people.
We're going to be hosting the National Black Political Convention in the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, Jean-Jacques Dessalines Nat Turner Gymnasium. We're going to be hosting a political convention here too, Brother Mario. We're going to come up with a whole national team of young Africans to run for every office. We're getting rid of the old black bourgeois politicians. We're coming in with a new guard.
Tell me how that worked out. This was back in September. So he said they was going to have Africans or black Africans. I don't know what he just said, but he was going to come up with a plan to instill someone to run for every office. Tell me how that worked out. You see, none of it worked out because none of it was attempted. Because Umar Johnson doesn't attempt to do anything. He just talks.
You get in there, bro. Make sure you do the work, brother. We don't want to have to move you out of there. Yes, sir. So get with me soon, Brother Mario. All right, bro. We'll talk soon. Yeah. All right.
Umar, what you going to say next? What lie? Can you tell us any more?
Yes, indeed. brothers and sisters.
He said, yes,
For
indeed.
Brother Manny, his janazah prayer and burial and viewing will be tomorrow, brothers and sisters, January the 22nd. This is for our brother Manuel Frady, who passed away in a tragic car accident last Saturday. His janazah prayer, he was Muslim, he will be buried Muslim.
Respect to the brother Manning. Always respect to a brother who I knew, even though misguided, was trying to do things the right way, which most Muslim brothers in this city that I know do. Even though I don't agree spiritually or through my faith with them, they're more stronger than, this is why I don't go by the word Christian, because I'm not a Christian. I'm a believer. But Christians are nothing but hypocrites. At least Muslims, as much as I disagree with their faith, they are stronger than any Christian in this world. Christians are nothing but hypocrites. Not all Muslims live up to their so-called faith, but a lot of them do, especially the older ones. So respect to that man, because I'm sure that he tried to do well, and he meant well. Unfortunately, he was tied into the wrong type of person. But respect to him and his family. And if I knew him, I would have done what I could. But Umar Jim Jones Johnson knows him, and I'm sure that he's given nothing to them at all.
Janazah prayer will be at 11 a.m., brothers and sisters. 11 a.m. at the Masjid. 11 a.m. at 3304 Fayetteville Street.
I hope it was a Majid that he called Majid. I don't know what he said, but he don't even know it.
11 a.m. tomorrow, 3304 Fayetteville Street in Durham. I repeat, Brother Manny's janazah prayer will be tomorrow. The viewing is from 11 to 12, and his janazah prayer will be from 1 until 2. The viewing is from 11 to 12 tomorrow morning, and Brother Manny's janazah prayer will be at 1 o'clock at the Masjid Jamaat Ibad Ar-Rahman Funeral Home. Excuse me. It will be at the Jamaat Ibad Ar-Rahman Funeral Home tomorrow, January the 22nd, 3304 Fayetteville Street, Durham, North Carolina. That's 11 to 2 tomorrow. That's 11 until 2 tomorrow. That's 11 until 2 tomorrow. Brother Manny's homegoing ceremony, janazah prayer at Jamaat Ibad Ar-Rahman Funeral Home, 3304 Fayetteville Street in Durham. Okay? For those of you who don't understand Islamic burial, it is not as elaborate as it is within the Christian tradition. When you go to a Christian funeral, you can be there all day.
Well, it's not that much of a distinction, but okay. My wife was brought up Muslim. In Odamasi, she was brought up as a Muslim, then moved with her father, who was a Christian. Her mother was a Muslim, so she understood both, and that's why she's who she is, even though she follows my beliefs, because I direct my own wife. When I met my wife, I took her out of the churches and said that you learn from me, and she understood this to this very day. So when she has a question, she directs it at me. No pastor, no anybody. She doesn't go to a church. She doesn't go to anything. She comes to me. But Umar Johnson wouldn't understand this. That's why he's so confused on how Muslim burials are actually done. And it's not done the same way that he says that, the only difference is that you could be there for, many more hours. No, it takes days. It takes a lot of prayers. It's a whole entire different thing, completely different from Christianity or so-called Christianity. It's not just that the difference is just a few hours more. You're going to be there all day. You don't even understand the concepts.
Islamic tradition, the idea is to pay the respects, do the final prayers, and get the body in the ground as soon as possible, because there is no embalming in the Islamic tradition. So it will not be a very long ceremony in Islam. Muslims do not do a very long, drawn-out funeral procession. So if you want to view Brother Manny's body, that will be 11 o'clock tomorrow And if you want to participate in the janaza prayer, the final prayer that is done for those who transition to the land of the ancestors, that will be at 1 o'clock. Rest in peace, Brother Manny. So that is the homegoing ceremony, 11 to 2 tomorrow. All right? He will be buried in White Oak Cemetery, 2610 White Oak Cemetery in Durham. That's where Brother Manny will be buried. So immediately following the janaza prayer, immediately following the 1 o'clock janaza prayer, which will probably be over at 2, we'll head out to the cemetery, 2610 White Oak Cemetery in Durham. That's the burial location. And then the memorial location will also be in Durham. If you can't make the funeral, but you want to come to the memorial.
Ask Umar Johnson, did he attend it? Because he travels so much. He's always talking about how he travels for every little thing. He travels for a woman a lot. The minute he meet women on IG, on his Facebook Live, he travels there just to get a free meal, to get a nice warm bed, because he doesn't want to pay hotel fees anymore. But ask him, did he go travel there to pay respect to the brother that did a lot for him, that promoted him a lot? No, I guarantee you. I don't even know this, but I'm just guessing. He did not. Because Umar Jim Jones Johnson only cares about himself.
That'll be held at 5400 South Miami Boulevard, number 112 in Durham. That will be from 3 until 7 following the burial session. So let me give y'all this again. For those of you who want to come and pay your respects to a brother in the struggle, my brother, our brother. He did a good work for me here at the school. He did security for me at plenty of events. He was at the protest day. He helped paint the school at the paint day along with his queen. Brother Manny was without question, a major part of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy family and campaign. We lost him a week ago. I got the news Saturday when I was in Minneapolis.
Once again, how much did Umar Johnson dedicate to the funeral? This man, he just said, came out with his wife to paint the school, to do security, all this stuff for free. What was his payback from Dr. Umar Jim Jones Johnson? Absolutely nothing but words. People need more than words, man. They need actions. They need this. You need to show that you care about the people who do for you. The people put themselves out on a limb for you. You need to show them that you care and they're appreciated. But he doesn't have this type of compassion. He knows that he feels that he's been gifted with words. So that's the only thing that he has to offer. Nothing but that.
Again, Brother Manny's janaza prayer and his viewing. 11 o'clock, the viewing will start tomorrow, Saturday, January the 22nd. The viewing will start at 11, and it will go until 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock will be the janaza prayer. From 1 to 2 is the janaza prayer. 11 to 1 is the viewing. 11 to 1 is the viewing. 1 to 2 is the janaza prayer. At 2 o'clock, the body will be taken to the cemetery, 2610 White Oak Cemetery in Durham, 2610 White Oak Cemetery in Durham. And the memorial will be at 5400 South Miami Boulevard, also in Durham. Everything's in Durham. The memorial will be at 5400 South Miami Boulevard, number 112, from 3 until 7 tomorrow, brothers and sisters. And the masjid, again, for the viewing and the janaza, the prayer, it will be at the Jamaat Ibad Ar-Rahman Funeral Home.
This guy is so phony. He's so phony. Like I said, he gives nothing but words and shout-outs, but he does nothing for someone who did so much for him. This man, Manny, Brother Manny, did so much for this brother. He did so much for Jim Jones Johnson. But he can't even give $100 to the funeral. He couldn't even give that. He couldn't even be there to show his appreciation, to go there to this funeral. This guy, he's such a phony and a fake. And as long as we have people like him in our community, we're going to continue to be at the bottom.
I keep calling it a masjid. Forgive me. It's a funeral home. Jamaat Ibad Al-Rahman Funeral Home, 3304 Fayetteville Street in Durham, brothers and sisters. So this is King Kong Consciousness. We are here. Rest in peace to Brother Manny. I'll see everybody tomorrow in Durham, North Carolina for the homegoing, God willing. Brothers and sisters, let's get the work done while we're here.
And no, he did not go.
Let's get the work done while we are here, brothers and sisters. Let's get the work done. Let's do it for Manny. Let's do it for all of our ancestors. Brother Manny is an ancestor now. Let's do it for the ancestors. Let's do it for the children. Let's do it for the unborn. Let's do it for the newborns. The most honorable Marcus Garvey.
Yes, he do need to talk about donations to Manny's funeral. He should have did that last week when it was in play, but he didn't do that. When he went back on Cash App, it was just about Cash App me, Cash App, PayPal me. Even though he knew this brother had done so much freely, without cost. This brother traveled from North Carolina to Delaware to do work for Umar Johnson. Not one job, not two jobs, but three jobs. But there was nothing. Hey, let's take some donations that will go directly to him and his family. Not before or not after. This brother is not a sincere brother. He's not a good brother. He's not a decent. He has no integrity. He's a liar. He does nothing that he says. He does nothing to help black people. He does everything to help himself, to women's cookies, and to their money. And that's it.
Garvey, the most honorable Marcus Garvey said, we may not live to see our accomplishments. We may not live to see. In fact, he said we won't live to see our accomplishments, but let us do the work now so that future generations, let us do the work now so that future generations can benefit from our sacrifice, so that they can pick up where we left us off. Marcus Messiah Garvey, the greatest black leader of the 20th century, greatest black organizer of all time, said that what you do today will inspire others to act at some future time.
And what Umar Jim Jones Johnson is doing is to take away the trust from people who really do want to do for black people in the black community. The very thing that he just said that about Marcus Garvey was to do what we do today to inspire the people and the next generation. He's doing the very opposite. He's doing so much damage that the next generation is not going to trust anybody who calls themselves someone in the conscious community. Now, I don't even believe in anybody in the conscious community because they're all corrupted. They're all corrupted. The minute people get money or see money because they never seen money, the one thing I thank God for, that I seen money, even with my first wife. When I worked for SEPTA, I made a lot of money. She worked for the hospital. We seen easily 150 yearly. So I've seen it. I've been through it. I've been broken by it. I did wrong. I've seen it. I went to Ghana, moved to Nigeria. I had it. So I've seen what money can do with someone who is not indwelt with integrity. And my wife keeps me grounded so much. She always tells me this, that money can change a person so much. Because coming from Africa, she's seen it all her life. My wife came from a small village. When I met my wife, I was broke at the time. I spent over $100,000 in 7 years in Ghana. By the time I met my wife, she really didn't even see me that way. But I made her laugh. We talked. We got to know each other. Once she seen that I was broke, I slept on the floor of her father's house with her for 2.5 months. But I told her, believe in me. And I tell you, from this day, I will get us a brand new house and I will do everything for you and get us in a beautiful state. She trusted me, even though I had nothing at that time. I was sleeping on her father's floor with nothing. And then sleeping in her room on the floor. Sat up, talked constantly. But she believed and said, I know, even though I don't see it now, by the way that you are, the things that you say, the intelligence that you have, knowing that you live the life that you have in Ghana, and it got you where you are, but I believe that you will pick yourself up, and I want to be there to help you do so. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because she didn't come with me because I had money, because I had nothing. At the time, she had more than I did. And even now, what we have, we've grown together. Our house in Ghana, we've grown that together. Our land in Ghana, we've grown that together. Every project that we're doing, whether it's a business project or a new home, and um, I was gonna say Pokwasi, where the house is already at, but in Dodowa that we're building a 10 bedroom, 14 bathroom house now. We've done it together. So she understands that everything that I have is a part of her. Umar Johnson doesn't believe in family structure. That's why he has no family structure. He was never brought up under it. Neither was I. But I understood at a certain point in my life that, you know what, this ain't working for me. In order to give back to my own people, I need to be something better than what it is that I am today. And she helped me understand that. And I thank God for that, that she helped me understand. Because it was always her that says, go back to your country. I will stay here. Do what you have to do, and I will be waiting. And I told her, no, that's not how it's going to work. I'm going to bring you with me. She kept telling me, no, you don't have to do that. I will wait here. But I said, no, I will bring you. And I was able to do that without a lawyer, without anything. And it worked out. By the grace and mercy of God, it worked out. But I knew that I had to have a foundation in order to do anything for anybody else. I had to build a foundation of my own. Because I can't go out here free spirited and tell people, oh, this is what you need to do when myself am not accomplished at doing it. So, yes, I thank God that we came back here. We're able to work a 9 to 5, or now she's sitting at home and I'm able to work a 9 to 5 and take her home with not just a 9 to 5, be able to store up half of that in savings, be able to put all the business profits to a different account, do nothing but marketing with that and save that up in order that we see what we have at the end of the year to add to the project that we're doing. It takes a lot to do good things in life. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of sacrifice. And sacrifice is not getting on live and asking for donations and just going out and sleeping with anything that you see is pretty. That is not sacrifice. That is living destructively and living loosely. I've done that. I've been there. I had many 4 or 5 girls in bed at a time on a daily basis. I've been there. Didn't get me anywhere. Just got me more broke. I understand a lot of things. I don't understand everything in life, but I understand a hell of a lot more than majority of people walking around today. Because I couldn't be here telling anybody something else that I haven't already been through, or telling you, hey, you need to change your viewpoints on life or your direction in life because I know where it's going to end. And I didn't want to end up like my father. I didn't want to end up like those who I seen, my uncles and so forth. Because I seen the life that I was living was going to be the same ending story. I didn't want that. I wanted to be special. I always looked at how God loved David, apple of my eye, and I always wanted to be the same. I always begged God for the same love that He gave David. For all that I've been through, for all that I did, He continued to give me beautiful women who were loyal, dedicated to me. And that is a blessing. I don't have everything 100% together, but I have enough to know that the way and the path that I'm leading down is the righteous path. But again, this is Umar Johnson, who does things in a way that no one else can see because he does one thing and he says the opposite. He's not living according to everything that he says he does or should be doing. He's not building black families. He's not being an example to build a black family and say, hey, this is the example. This is how we should be doing it. He's saying one thing, but yet talking about crushing cookies and going on about how every good looking girl to him that he's trying to crush, trying to sleep with. That is destroying the black community. He's the same type of black man that destroys the black community and destroys the hopes of all women to have something in their future. But just like I say, just like the pastors, he feeds them the things that they want to hear. because it sounds good. And that's why we can never grow by having leaders like this. Me, myself, not to be a leader. I'm just trying to be the example of what to do. And where I fall short, then I need people to tell me. I have people on my side to tell me, hey, Stephen, what you're doing is not right. You're doing these things good, but this one is not right. So get it together. And I have to say, instead of argue back or say, oh, you're a coon. No, you know what? Maybe you're right. Let me look within myself on that particular matter. And if it checks out, hey, I got to do better. Be with me, work with me as I get better. Because as a brother, I need you just as much as you need me. And that's the way we need to think. But anyway, let's hear the last of this.
What you do today will inspire others to act as some future time brothers and sisters. So this is King Kong Consciousness, Prince of Pan-Africanism, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar Tunde. I'm at FDMG trying to get the building ready for that Conscious Singles Convention. The Woke Weekend, we're going to have a Woke Weekend once a month as soon as we get this HVAC done. And then we also going to be having our Black political convention here. We're going to be doing a lot of activities in this gym. And then when the school get ready, oh man, we really going to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
We really going to be rocking.
I know, right? We really going to be rocking and rolling.
All talk, no action. That's what somebody said, huh?
Hold up. So somebody just said he just read he just read a comment and said all talk and no action. Umar Jim Jones said, "Get your ass out of here." Umar like action. What you mean about action, brother? I'm all about talk. That's what I'm all about. Talk. You talking about action? Ain't no action over here. If you want to see action, you better go watch Carl Weathers and Action Jackson if you want to see some action.
No problem. Get your ass out of here, little
Oh.
But brothers and sisters,
You guys better call my Dusty too.
School, $FDMG School. Get on your PayPal. PayPal.
Get on that PayPal.
/FDMG Academy.
Get on the PayPal so I don't have to pay no taxes. The Cash App so I don't have to pay no taxes.
Pittsburgh, I'm going to see you Wednesday. Pittsburgh, I'm going to see you Wednesday. Sharon Gillery, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, you're just kicking everybody out. If you don't agree, I'm kicking you out.
Somebody calling Revolutionary Rose on the personal cell.
Rose.
Somebody calling
This
Revolutionary
nigga Rick Ross
Rose
now.
on the personal cell.
I hate using that word
Gotta
too.
get him out of here.
Let me stop saying that.
Gotta get him out of here, bro.
This Negro think he Rick Ross now.
Pittsburgh Wednesday, pull up.
Pull up, team.
DeSoto, Texas.
Pull up, team.
Saturday, 5:00. Pull up.
Dude got a lot of dates for a lot of days,
next Sunday, the
but
30th.
we only see him
Up.
on his phone.
And then you know what Monday is. You know what Monday is. Monday is the first day of the Tiger year.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Monday,
Here we go.
February 1st is the first day of the Tiger year. The Honorable Frederick Douglass and his
Oh
cousin,
my
the Prince of
goodness.
Pan-Africanism, are both tigers.
Oh my goodness.
Your year only comes around once every 12 years in the Chinese zodiac.
Now he's talking about the Chinese when he said he hates the Chinese. Now he's going on the Chinese calendar.
We had a Tiger year was 12 years ago. 20.
Umar Jim Jones Johnson got to make his mind up. Now he's talking about the Chinese calendar and what it means to him. So first he was Pan-African, strictly African. No anybody, no influence. We're not going to be influenced by anybody. And now this Negro talking about Chinese culture and their calendar and what it means to them. I mean, Damn, man. At least keep your story straight in the same video. I know you can't keep it straight, but at least in the same video, keep it straight. So at least if somebody else who ain't seen you or whatever, at least they can find you a little bit believable. But man, you just keep changing. Keep changing.
I took over the conscious community.
He took it over.
1998 was a
He took
tiger
over the
year. I started
hypocritical
grad
community.
school to be a school psychologist. 1986 was a tiger year. I found out I was related to Frederick Douglass.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is the next tiger year, 2022. I can't wait.
Now we already been through that where Frederick Douglass ancestral children down the line already said that in no way, shape, or form is this man associated or related to Frederick Douglass in any which way. But I don't know why after that was already established that this man keep putting out the same exact lie. This man believes that if he tells a lie long enough, no matter how many times it's debunked, that if he keep telling it, that at least some people will believe it because they might not have seen the other events that have taken place to debunk any and everything he said by Frederick Douglass, even own great 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 grandchildren, debunk everything that he said. But yet he still keep putting his lie out there in hopes that somebody might believe. But you always got a believer. You can always get somebody to believe in a lot of dumb ish. That's what life is about. And that's why you have people like him that exist.
I believe there will be a blessing in store for FDMG Academy in this next tiger year that begins.
Now he's saying a blessing is in store for FDMG in this next Chinese tiger year. So now he wants the Buddha to bless him. First is Allah, then is Jesus, whom they call Jesus, and now is Buddha. This man is all over the place. He doesn't know who's going to bless him. As long as somebody bless him, even if it's Satan, whichever, which is only Satan, the devil himself can bless this guy with something because he knows that he's going to do wrong with it. So yeah, but this guy's willing to take anything from anybody's God because he doesn't have one on his own. He has no foundational faith, no foundational integrity or any stronghold. So that's why he's able to do the things that he does because he doesn't care about anybody because he doesn't have a foundation of anything that he fears. So he just takes from whoever at the particular time that he wants to speak out of his mouth. So now it's Buddha. The very people that he said that the Chinese are buying up everything in Africa, this and the other. So now he's praying to Buddha to bless him. He's talking about the Chinese year, the year of the tiger. So he wants Buddha to bless him now. Like I said, he went from Allah to Jehovah, Jesus, to Buddha. I don't know who's going to be next, Confucius, whoever.
On Monday, February the 1st, Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, Solar Day, Earth Day, Birthday. Bishop Turner, one of the first blacks elected to public office during Reconstruction. Bishop Turner, first black man to say God was black. Bishop Turner, called Marcus Garvey before Marcus Garvey. Bishop Turner, who took the African Methodist Episcopal Church to the African continent. Bishop Turner, first black leader to have to travel with full-time security because the white folks wanted to get him. Bishop Turner took Africans back to Africa. Bishop Turner, first black chaplain in the U.S. Civil.
You know what? I know what this is. It's where somebody pulls up Google, say, who were the black leaders of such and such day? He read it, puts it on his phone, make a screenshot, and just read it off as if he really studied them. Because everything he says be found on a small clip on Google. Look it up for yourself, Bishop Turner. When you pull it up, everything that he just said comes up on a small clip on Google. He doesn't study anything anymore. He hasn't in a lot of years. But this is what Umar Jim Jones Johnson do. He reads off the internet to make himself feel like that he's still capable of teaching anybody anything. Umar Jim Jones Johnson is not going to be, he's not really relevant to the world. Well, he's not at all. But locally, he's going to be irrelevant so much faster than what he thinks.
War. He served during the Civil War. Bishop Turner. Turner, brothers and sisters. Y'all see me at his gravesite in Atlanta. February 1st, Black Water Tiger Year. We about to hurt the game. February 1st, Black Water Tiger Year. We about to hurt the game. Me and Frederick Douglass about to hurt the game this Tiger season. Me and Frederick Douglass about to hurt the game this Tiger season.
So now him and Frederick Douglass is tied up with the Chinese and their culture. So this guy is just completely lost. I mean, when I say lost, this guy is really lost. And he needs a lot of help mentally. He's tying Frederick Douglass and himself up with Chinese culture. But he's Pan-African. So, I mean, unless you have a better reasoning for this, because I don't. I like to know.
Yes, brothers and sisters, King Kong, I'm here. Alpha males, let's protect our women. Let's love our sisters. Even the ones you don't think deserve it, still deserve it. Black women, let's love our...
Love the women like Umar Jim Jones Johnson loved them. By having sex with them, never marrying them, but being a baby daddy. So that's what's called loving black women to Umar Jim Jones Johnson. All right, I get it.
Others, even the ones you think don't deserve it, deserve it. The people who are hardest to love need it the most. Don't forget that. The people who are the hardest to love need it the most. The people who are the hardest to love need it the most. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, brothers and sisters. Conscious Singles Convention is going down right here.
No, it's not.
Conscious Singles Convention is going down right in here.
No, it's not.
Conscious Singles Convention is going down right in here.
No, it's not. Anything else, Umar Jim Jones Johnson? Anything else? Because I got to go. Anything else? I'm asking one more time. Anything else? I guess not. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. We'll pick up with the most dated Umar, so-called King of Consciousness, whatever that is that he called himself, Rose, Big Papa, whatever it is. We pick up with it tomorrow. Same time. Same-ish with this guy. So we pick it up tomorrow. All right, guys. I wish y'all guys a happy night, good blessings, and wake up tomorrow with a smile on your face and know that no matter what the day has in store for you, just make the best of it. Control what you control. Leave the rest in God's hand. I didn't say that quite smooth, but leave the rest in God's hand. Appreciate y'all for watching, tuning in, and see you guys tomorrow. Be blessed.